we'll see what the odds are at some point, I'm sure. Especially since Cyber Legacy, I mean, a bunch of doubters out there, but taking that game too, I'm sure things are wildly different here in game 3. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, 1.4 to 2.81. So people still favoring Nigma pretty hard, but that's a lot of confidence for a team that got ran over. But they do have a hero that I think right now is very, very good. We heard PPD in the interview say, man, I don't know, Coddle just seems broken. He enables a lot of different heroes.
He really does, and he's got a bunch of heroes that he does enable in this game. Both Void Spirit and Riki have some lower cooldown abilities that can be buffed up. Earth Spirit, similar idea there. Hell, you can maybe even get triple imprisonments in a team fight if you get an Aghanim Scepter on OD. How do you think the lanes are going to match up? We have Lich OD in the top lane. That's Palantimos and Happy playing together like always. And they're going to be matched up into Kuro playing the Keeper of the Light in the off lane here next to Mind Control's Void Spirit. Mid lane is going to be Pikachu versus Weehaw, like we've been seeing this matchup fall. Pikachu has been doing really well for himself, but this time he's been counterpicked in the OD against his Dazzle. In the bottom lane, Axe, Phoenix, Bignum, and Last Hero against Miracle and GH. A double melee lane against an Axe.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty free lane for Axe. I think they also win top. I don't want to lie to you and say, like, I know who wins the Dazzle versus OD matchup. This is First Blood.
Nice pick up there from Happy. Didn't even have to use any of his 6 different mangoes he brought to lane. This boy knows what Lich is about. Frost Blast, Frost Blast, Frost Blast. Just
yeah, he
keep
knows
it going.
where his bread is buttered. So far, so good for Cyber Legacies. They take an early lead. Pikachu is going to cop quite a bit of damage. He's got to be a little bit careful for himself, but that heal bomb is going to help quite a bit. And the poison touch is still applied on a Weehaw. He's got to be careful about letting it reapply. Might just lead to his death. But I could see them winning 3 lanes if they're not careful. And I think Mind Control's dead too.
Top lane is just terrible. Oh, Lich, man. It's so hard to stop him. He even had a Frost Blast he didn't have to use on Mind Control. Instead, he put it on to Kuro so they could do some extra damage.
Very good start for this top lane. And bottom lane is doing okay too. I think Riki probably just farms here. High amount of base HP regen on this hero. You can see 5.2. So the harass that the Phoenix is putting out is less about harass and more about just making him miss the range creep.
This mid lane is pretty funny to watch because Pikachu just keeps on... he just forced Weehaw to use a salve. He keeps on putting the poison touch on him and then is willing to like dive the tower to reapply it.
I like it. That's ambition.
The danger is he could get imprisoned, turn around underneath the tower. So he's got to be careful of that as well.
GH is getting a little bit low. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, Fire Spirits and a dive is up. GH, I think if you're Bignum, you've got this kill if you really want it.
And he might just die anyways.
Yep, Battle
Ticks
Hunger.
out. That's a 3-0 lead so far.
They are winning the 2 side lanes by a good amount now.
Yeah, the good news for them, though, is Weehaw is winning the mid lane.
Yep.
He's doing a pretty good job, and I think he's the more important hero to have a good laning phase. I think he's the true one position in a game like this.
Yeah, compared to his Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Dragonite, this is going to be a game where Weehaw is going to feel like he is a powerful hero in the game.
Yeah, but Kuro's getting punted out of this top lane.
Yeah.
And now the creep cutting will commence. Last hero. There's nothing they can do to stop this. I think the reason why they put Kuro at top is because Coddle cannot lane into this axe. It feels very miserable. You're not going to have any levels of your blast, so you have no offensive potential, and it feels almost like you're healing him. And at least Mind Control can make some use of the Chakra Magic.
Bignum is going to manage to pull into the hard camp here. That's pretty important. If he can get his level 3, maybe he can start roaming around while the axe cuts the creep wave. GH is going to kick him out of the experience range for now, though. GH getting pretty aggressive, and even as he rolls away, Bignum could pursue, and he does. But the Battle Hunger still on him, and he's so slowed down that Bignum is able to just get hit after hit, and that's going to lead to his death here. If he can get one more swing at him, and he will.
GH is getting outplayed this series by Bignum.
Yeah, he certainly is. Bignum knows it too. He tips GH.
Tip for what?
Well, maybe a tip for win. Cyber Legacy has their way in this game 3.
Yeah, this is an extremely good start for them, 4-0. Even this mid lane, I mean, it's going bad, but it is salvageable. You're Dazzle at the end of the day. Your real job is just a team fight. And once he gets his Necro Book, he is going to farm. We just got to be a little bit careful about getting it reapplied. And in fact, he's perfectly fine.
Gotcha. Happy. I'll try and grab some of the creeps while Spectre healing salves up. Once he's good, maybe Happy can do a little pulling. Five-minute bounty runes coming up. They're going to make sure Happy doesn't have a chance here to be able to get any of those two. GH at the same time is going to try and grab one, but Bignum swoops in and takes it away, ensuring they get the 2-for-2 split.
Gold is still relatively even in this game. And I think a large part of that is just this mid lane disparity.
Oh,
Weehaw, is he
almost
dead?
got him. He managed to get
He's
it.
dead.
Weehaw's dead.
Oh, man, I
Pikachu
said it
brings
was
it back.
even-ish. He was ahead?
What happened? Why did he think he was getting poisoned, so he imprisoned himself to
I have
dodge?
no idea. He must have double tapped it or something. We weren't looking because we were watching this Earth Spirit, and then all of a sudden he just died.
Well, that is massive, because this OD was certainly up by a good amount in CS. Top lane, Happy, taking a little bit of harassment here. 20 matches of Lich this season. Happy, he's found his happy place, and that's when he's playing on Lich. Last hero, he certainly found a happy place of his own. Diving in that bottom tier 1 tower, killing Miracle. He's been getting extra farm by getting neutral creeps. He is probably the main reason that they are up 1,000 net worth on Cyber Legacy. Mind control slowed down here. Level 5, so he doesn't have that mobility. No dissimilate yet. Fortunately, that shield is still protecting him from all that physical damage. GH is joining him here, is seeing if he could root out Happy. If he gets the right direction, the pull. Oh, no, doesn't get him. Lich does TP back to the tower, though. He's still going to be in lane. It's not gone for good. That is a level 7 axe. Miracle, though, just picked up his level 6. A call with a little bit of fire spirit damage. Tricks of the trade makes it pretty hard for them to lock him down long enough to get a call in. But what they can do is pressure him, allowing to be able to get some pulls out. Palantimos gets a little bit low.
Oh, barely
Mind
missed.
control, missing the Ether Remnant.
And the blast doesn't follow up hit.
And he missed the Resonant Pulse, too. Awkward. Another roll back in if they can actually get the kick slow down. Happy may actually die, but it's going to be GH who dies first. And they need this Ether Remnant to land in order to get the counter kill.
That is not what they wanted out of that trade.
No, certainly not.
They lose the 4 position for a 5 Lich. They do get a lot of pressure on this tower.
Palantimos was forced to TP back to the lane, though, so. Last hero, a brave TP out, but Weehaw, he had the Sandy's Eclipse ready to go, and he will have that advantage over many of these heroes. I don't think a whole lot of these heroes have a high mana pool. It's really only Dazzle. So that Sandy's Eclipse is going to be particularly potent in this game. Palantimos rushing the Necro build means he had to slowly walk out to lane. A lot of lost farming time for him, and he's quite behind in experience as a result. So they're actually winning 2 lanes on the side of Nigma now. Now that they've won, we still have the OD who actually is not ahead of the Dazzle. Never mind.
No.
So while top lane picked it up, mid lane has lost ground.
I was also told, by the way, that Dazzle does beat OD.
Okay.
Shout out to my captain with the clutch knowledge.
And it looks like that has unfolded over time. Even if Weehaw was doing okay initially, over time it's just gotten worse and worse, the higher levels of Poison Touch. Necrobook is up for Palantimos. He's going to pop it now, farm out the lane, but he can't show for long, especially with that outpost being taken. It means they can bring some reinforcements here, and sure enough, GH is going to show up. Cyber Legacy have been very careful about this top lane. Palantimos, he hasn't even hit his level 6 yet. He's been sharing all of his experience with Happy. Mid lane, they're going to roll in. Pikachu is going to get gone on here. No save. He has no Shallow Grave yet.
That's a lot of heroes, though, in the mid lane. That was a rotation of the Riki, too. And I'm going to need this Axe to start participating somewhat soon.
Yeah, looks like I would like him to hit that tower instead of farming neutrals.
Yes. While his team's getting this much pressure, I think he should just take this tower. And I think last hero has to play a similar game as to the last game where he just started rotating towards mid. Oh, they actually get the outpost. They're going to get the double.
They're going to have to turn. The stun goes off, but it'll only stun one of them. Bignum will help them take the outpost back. They get that experience, but do they know the Riki's here? Mind Control's actually going to jump in. He blew both of his Astral Steps in order to make sure they get a fast kill onto Lich with the Will-O-Wisp follow-up. Last hero is a bit controlled. Bignum is able to dive away, though.
They get the courier, too. So not bad at all for Nigma. Even though it was 6-0 to start the game, they started to pick things up. They're getting good farm.
Did he get the items? Looks like he has the hood, so.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
The Spectre's not actually getting that much farm, and he's going to get caught here.
Palantimos is going to be rolled on. He tries to dagger away, but he's going to be caught. The imprisonment, he drops the ultimate, and he comes back with no HP, so he's dead.
There is 5 heroes surrounding him. I don't think that dagger is going to get you away.
No.
And he hung around mid thinking there might be some sort of fight, and that's why we need to see last hero be a little bit more aggressive on this map.
Nigma's definitely showing that just because we have an OD does not mean we are going to be taking it slow and keeping our heroes spread across the map. They very early 4-man up. Happy managed to dodge the Ether Remnant, but it pushes him back into Mind Control and Kuro. Okay, the Spectral is going to go down here. They're fighting into the mid lane where Weeha's in big time trouble. They manage to catch him from behind. Bignum is going to be able to get off the egg too just before Miracle can get that kill. Miracle now has to commit for it.
Nice.
He does manage to get the egg before he dies, but he gets bopped by that Shadow Wave damage.
That was a pretty cool move, though.
Yeah,
Tricks
it
the
was
trade to
sick.
the other side so he could get the last hit. I think he would have died otherwise before he killed the egg. But he ensures himself that.
He lets out a few squawks, though, to let Miracle know he's happy with that trade.
Worth.
After all, they killed 2 of the cores, and all Nigma did was kill supports.
Yeah, a bunch of Necrobook 1s right now running around. They've
Did
got
they not
2
get
on
the
the
Lich
team.
kill, by the way? I was watching mid lane, so I think he may not have died.
I guess he lived.
Well, that's impressive.
All right. I think
they only got 1 support.
Maybe they just like hightailed it towards mid right after.
Happy with a new build. I haven't seen this one before. The double Windlace build.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He's a goober. He knows it, too. That's why one of them's in his backpack. GH. He's going to be daggered here, but it's going to commit for the kill onto Happy. Rolls onto him. Blast comes out. The tick damage from the Fire Spirits is not enough to get the counter kill.
Maybe
though,
if he had
onto
that second
GH.
Windlace, he would have been able to get out of the...
Yeah, maybe.
If he buys 3 of them, it like forms like a triumvirate.
Maybe he plans on buying 2 boots. That's why he's got 2 laces.
True.
Pikachu in trouble here, but last hero, he heard your call. Blitz, get more active, and he's here to make sure his cores are going to be okay. Mind Control.
So
he
dead.
does have a Magic Wand sticks, but both Battle Hunger and Poison Touch are going to take him out anyway.
Yeah, that regen is not going to save you.
Yeah, it's so much damage. That's level 2 Battle Hunger, maxed out Poison Touch.
And once you get a Blink Dagger on last hero, I'd imagine they just want to take everything. In fact, he's just parked here towards mid. Very tanky. Pikachu trying to protect his Necrobook 1s. And Miracle is also hanging around this area. He's got triple Wraithband. They want to just fight with this hero early on.
Those Necrobooks are so value in that they just don't even give that much gold, even if they would die. Dazzle protects them, though, with the Shadow Wave.
Or in some nice holding pattern where if Cyber Legacy can hold on long enough, they're not behind by like 15k by the time Spectre hits his Radiance. He's going to be really strong because he obliterates both supports. Once he gets his Manta, that's the next big power spike because I'd imagine somebody's going to get a Spirit Vessel on the side of Nigma. Has to be the Earth Spirit, right? I think he's already going for Urn.
Yeah. GH only has the headdress for now, but I assume he's going to go Spirit Vessel.
It's really value in this game. There's so much heal.
Yeah.
Very tanky heroes like the Axe.
Mind Control's going to go for the Eul's build for the Void Spirit. Ninvis Rune for GH. What can we do with this? Well, should try and do something, because Spectre right now is farming his heart out with the Necro Book, and Pikachu is doing something similar.
He's also got Iron Talon, which is really, really good for him to farm out neutrals.
That's a pretty hype one. A little bit afraid of a sentry, and he was afraid of a sentry between the towers, but the truth is he's standing on it.
Yeah. Palantimos might actually bait for this.
Bait him into a false sense of security. They quickly jump onto GH, but he managed. No! Happy! He cuts right in front of GH. Very rude, but it blocks him in and gets the kill.
Killing spree for Pikachu.
7-11, 15 minutes in. Make it 12? Looks like it. Kuro.
Give it to your Spectre. No, he haunted for that.
Oh, Spectre haunted. Oh, Weehaw is forced to TP away. So much damage, too. That is a much more value haunt now that they've actually forced the OD back. They can take mid-tower.
Yes, OD does not like summons, minions, people that can get on top of him. This hero is very single-target focused without his ultimate.
I believe Nigma did get 3 of the bounty runes. They did. But obviously, Cyber Legacy are super happy with taking that mid-tower nice and early. Guardian Greaves up next for Pikachu. How's our Radiance going? Looks like he stepped back for Treads. Palantimos feels like he might need to be a bit more active. Doesn't rush the Radiance or anything.
Aghanim's kind of close for Weehaw. Only 1 piece off. But I don't know if this is going to be enough for him to just carry this game. I think Cyber Legacy are in a really good position. I'd say they're winning with like 70-30 right now, in fact.
Yeah.
Like the gold being even at this point. Oh, Dota Plus has it even higher than that.
Wow.
But they don't discriminate between team skill or anything like that.
And Dota Plus also has
They love Spectre.
It has a hard on for Spectre. Spectre is like the greatest hero in the game according to Dota Plus win probability.
Oh, 100%. They're not wrong either. Spectre late game.
Yeah, for sure. Silence goes out. Will-O-Wisp just to make sure Bigdom has no chance at escape. That was big ultimate used.
And if the game is a little bit passive like this, I think it's really good to just blow whatever spells you can, get kills quickly.
Last hero, he's going to run right into GH here. The Aether Remnant's going to go out. GH needs to find the space to roll away, and he will not be able to. In fact, last hero with that movement speed buff, thought about looking for more.
Wonder if he, after the Greaves, he upgrades into the Necro 3, by the way. I think it has a lot of value into the Riki.
Yeah. Riki, ward control, even just having, as you said, like just stuff out there in the field. It can help soak up tricks of the trade hits. OD doesn't like it. We've got some AoE damage.
Save your mid-tower friends.
You kill the melee creep, it might blow up in your face. There's the Aghanim Scepter. For
value can you get out of this? And Kuro is dead once again.
Poor man just wants to kill some wards. Instead, he finds his ward has been killed and his life is forfeit.
They're going to send last hero to defend top. And there's not a whole lot of moves that Nigma can make. They're really just looking for these pickoffs.
Last hero. This is going to be a hard hero to kill for, but at the same time, Bigma is going to be caught. They do actually kill that Phoenix, but last hero does not die. In fact, he gets Guardian Greaves by Pikachu. So now, oh, that's a call. They spotted Miracle. Miracle is tanky enough, though. He's not going to get bopped right away. He'll be able to jump over, Blink Strike onto the creeps. But Palantimos shows up. He knows that Mind Control had no charges left. Would have loved to see them go for Miracle, but maybe he's just too hard to kill.
And Bignum even bought back for that. Not really sure what both supports were just doing mid.
Yeah.
Just sort of chilling there. They're going to die for that, and Miracle's going to pick up a DD rune. He's a little bit low on HP, but I think he still wants to fight.
Throws a ward on the high ground. They spot Pikachu. This is a really big jump. They need to be able to land it. Stun.
They chose
silence. Good kill. And a killing streak being taken by Weehaw. Very important. Plus, add another 100 gold, maybe? Just 50 for the Necro Book.
You have a sentry behind the tower, but Miracle might go for the snipe. No, he wants to get another kill with his DD rune.
This DD, it's a massive opportunity for them, especially as now He sees them on the retreat. Look at that. Lich just gets 3-shot almost instantly. Bignum down to half health. Miracle tries to jump forward. He actually tricks the trades for that. Does manage to blink strike in, and the imprisonment goes out. The egg goes down, but they quickly kill it, and now Last Hero is surrounded underneath his tier 2 tower with nobody to help him.
Nice Astral. This was such a value DD rune, and a nice move by Miracle, making his way all the way around.
Yeah.
They did not anticipate that, and now they get the lead. Weehaw is really farmed. He's got 9.5k. Miracle is behind, but he's done a lot of work. He's almost got a BKB now after just picking up his Aghanim Scepter. They are throwing kills away at him.
Palantimos does have enough gold for his Sacred Relic. So the start. Ooh, a Van
Miracle's dead again.
Miracle.
They're not prepared for this.
He finds the kill for Happy. Miracle is a little bit low, though. If they could somehow keep Pikachu alive. Miracle's still hiding in.
There's Astral number 1.
Inside here. Astral 1, smokescreen is about to come up. Pikachu does manage to get off the shallow grave, turns around, and is just outputting damage as quick as possible now. The Aether Remnant catches Palantimos as he comes back in, and they immediately TP away. Weehaw last year, oh no! He got hit by some damage, and his blink wasn't up. Fortunately, he still managed to catch Miracle. Mind Control TPs out successfully alongside Weehaw.
Still, they're getting outplayed pretty hard on the map right now.
Yeah. Oh, Kuro.
Kuro would be a nice kill. He's going to pick up a bounty rune. He's going to all in to try to get to the second one, too.
Blinded Light, push them away, but Happy.
Flee.
He got pushed forward. They keep on
don't
slowing
want
him
him to
down.
get it.
Don't let him get the bounty rune. Kuro,
He's so close.
He's got for the deny,
it.
but he gets the bounty instead. He goes for the big boy plays. He's still going to be spotted. Tries to buy some more time, but the dagger cannot juke that.
That's 2 bounty runes.
Yeah, that would
so
be
worth it. I think they got all 4, potentially. I don't think anybody was near top for Cyber Legacy.
Sure. Palantimos is so close to his Radiance, too, so they really needed that extra gold.
That was the most value death I've ever seen.
Most value death you've ever seen?
In this game.
Fair.
I'm a caster, you know? Just got a hyperbole. It's like our strongest weapon.
Yeah.
He's the best player. The best Rubik. This is the best game. Biggest black hole. Etc.
Etc.
You got the gist of it.
Yeah. Looks like Last Hero wants a Heaven's Halberd. They need a 4th staff real badly, and that's what Pikachu is going to go for. That smokescreen imprisonment combo with an Aether Remnant as well. It's kind of dirty.
Yeah, it kills every one of them.
They've got really nice ways to cover each other, too. Between the OD and Prison saving against an Axe, and if they go on the OD, there's Will-O-Wisp.
Look at the timing. They're level 15 for Spec. He's got the Radiance. They're immediately going to smoke up around this. They want to set up a kill for their Spectre. They're going to run into Miracle. If he just runs really down just a little bit. They want to get the high ground vision, too, before they jump.
They spot him with a Sentry, but Last Hero wasn't close enough to be able to get the call.
They also don't know where Weehaw is. So they don't want to just go in with the...
He's close enough. He's going to be able to get the call, but look at Weehigh's position perfectly to be able to get the imprisonment to Will-O-Wisp in return, and now he activates his BKB, lanes some damage into Last Hero, but Weehaw's taking so much from the Spectre, he has to back himself away. Happy is going to be hunted down, but Weehaw traded out for this is well worth it for Cyber Legacy if they can keep this fight going well. But it's going to be Pikachu's now taken up, pushed back into the smoke screen. Pikachu's trying to get off the shallow grave, a call to intercept on GH.
Another smoke screen? He's so low.
He gets off the shallow grave. He turns, casts the poison onto Miracle. Miracle's forced to retreat. He trying to get away. It looks like he's going to be fine. The rest of Cyber Legacy turned for the heroes that went towards their jungle. They're only going to be able to get GH. Mind Control TP'd out. But Bignum, once again, he's happy, boy.
That was a 2 for 2. They got the OD. That was his 10-second BKB. That was a successful reveal of the Radiance. All around a very good fight for Cyber Legacy. As we're going to see here, the jump. They really wanted to see Weehaw first.
Yeah.
But I think they said, screw it, just go.
And I love the fact that very quickly Palantimos is like, I got to stay on this OD. And he took so much damage from the minus armor. They just right-clicked him down during BKB. He had a mega kill streak, too.
Yeah, that was quite the swing. And that was with the Lich not casting any spells, the Phoenix Egg not going off.
He did so well to keep Pikachu inside the smoke screen.
Oh, yeah. The Blinding Light pushback was really sick.
And it still wasn't enough.
Still wasn't quite enough.
Back into the game we go, where Cyber Legacy are holding a defensive posture over their high ground. They are going to stick in this triangle because they need another 50 seconds for Haunt to come up.
No Haunt, no Egg. Nigma has made the call to go towards Roche. They don't have a Force Staff either yet. And the question is, can Cyber Legacy do anything about this? And the answer is most likely not. Don't think this is an easy fight for them to take whatsoever.
Mech for Kuro. Aghanim Scepter will be the build-up for Mind Control, though he's still another 2,200 gold away from that. Miracle trying to go for Manta. They gonna smoke up on Cyber Legacy. They just took the Aegis, but they think maybe they can catch Nigma with their pants down. They have Haunt after all. And they got a successful scan. And they see Miracle. They're going to be able to jump him. Weeha, he's trying to close in. He's trying to get there in time to be able to get off the imprisonment. He goes for the axe call, but it wasn't quite good enough. He managed to get saved now by the imprisonment, and Miracle's going to be able to jump away, and now they're just lined up for Weeha to land the damage to build up the Sanity's Eclipse. He drops it now, but not enough to kill last hero, and now they change.
The Phoenix that hit.
The BKB is gone. He stunned up the imprisonment, turned around onto the Spectre, but so many heroes are still alive from Cyber Legacy. They will continue their pursuit. They will hunt Weeha down. They will take away his Aegis and Nigma. They're going to have to fight around for this life too, but Cyber Legacy, they're going to play it safe here. They say we should be pretty happy here. We got that one kill. Let's try and get out with minimal losses, and minimal losses usually means Happy's going to die.
That fight was almost even worse for Nigma. Weeha just barely got in range to save Miracle. He got down to 100 HP. Axe was not able to cut him down.
You can see they have some damage problems. I mean, that was
they have a
somewhat
lot of problems
ideal
right now.
for Weeha. He just got to sit there and swing and swing and swing. And
the Greaves, if you can't get on top of Pikachu, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The Greaves plus the amount of heals. He got his Grave off onto the Axe. He's got to get out here.
This is a classic. He just went back for a neutral item.
Oh, come on. Do you need these Ancients? Yes, you do. You're going to get away with it. No, the Titan Sliver. No, and the Spider Legs. Are you? Oh, God.
Go for it.
This is a disaster.
Bignum. Operation Bignum. Dive in.
This is... All right. He's got him. TP out now. TP out now. Don't die. Please, Bignum. I can't believe that just happened. Like, back to back. You know, if that was... What's an item that sucks for Tier 3?
There is one item that definitely sucks for Tier 3. I just can't think of it. Enchanted Quiver is
I guess if it was like
weakest.
A quiver. Oh.
See,
probably wouldn't matter too much.
It was so close. He got off the ultimate on last hero, but he had just enough HP on Miracle to not get cold. Still, though, they won the fight, and that Chain Frost bouncing over really did some work on Weeha. Almost killed Kuro, too. Even game, 19-19, and the net worth is even.
I mean, do we think it's an even game?
But
I don't think it's an even game right now.
You gotta let me finish.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Even game, 19-19. Net worth and experience directly even. But, see, there's always a but. But the pressure is on Nigma. Try and take advantage of their team fight while they have it. Otherwise, Palantimos, the Spectre, the biggest late game hero in the game, will eventually win out. Spectre has level 18. He gets that level 20, man. That's that 500 health bonus. That means a lot when you've got the extra 22% damage reflection from Dispersion.
Easy.
As well as the missed percentage chance of Radiance.
This Manta will make things really, really difficult for Nigma. I think they're trying to all in on this OD being like the huge threat, but once he gets Manta, he'll go for Abyssal, he'll get on top of Weeha. They don't have heals themselves. The amount of saves that they have are limited. It's really just this mech on this Coddle, which I think was a very good item pickup. Mech is really useful item against Axe, just so that you mess up like the theoretical HP. Like you think that Miracle's going to die to an Axe Culling Blade, then he gets mech'd at the last second, and you have to stick around a little bit longer. All these instant initiation burst jumps, good item pickup. But as far as map control, in favor so far of Cyber Legacy. This Axe with an Illusion Rune is going to help out a lot. That is my favorite rune to get on Axe.
Yeah. So now, Nigma, they smoked up, but they have to back up and do some lane maintenance here. All their towers are going to get pushed thanks to this Illusion Rune. They're still going to go for it, though. They're going to show GH, but they're going to run into the Radiant jungle here now.
The pings,
they don't have a ward on the high ground, but they do on the left-hand side.
Mind Control's
Control
gonna
just
walk
jumping forward like this. He actually gets right into the middle of them. The Spectre ultimate's going to go down. They managed to get the call into Mind Control. Can they get the Cooling Blade? They're actually not getting quite enough damage. He managed to get the Dissimulate, and the silence came through. A Will-O-Wisp now controlling up these heroes. Palantimo's getting lower. He just needs a couple more shots from Weeha. He's got the sand. He's a glimpse. All he needs to do, drop it, but now he's been called. Now they turn. A Chain Frost. A Guardian Greaves. Palantimos is still alive, but finally he falls. And that, Cyber Legacy, they still have a couple more heroes that are low. Pikachu's going to try and chase him down with the Necronomicon plus the poison. Oh, but he has an Essence Ring. That spells disaster for Pikachu. He gets pushed to the other side of the clip. Tries to go for TP out, but is used. He'll die here. And Nigma find their first great team fight. And that was off the back of Mind Control. Just diving headlong in.
And he bought back for that. That fight could have been really good for Cyber Legacy, but the smoke cloud on top of Mind Control made it so that the Axe can get the final chop. They had to wait around a little bit too long to finish him off. And from there, pretty straightforward fight. I mean, some of these Coddle ults by Kuro, we're going to see it again. He gets on top of everyone. Then the smoke screen on top of the two. The Axe is desperately, look at that. He really wants to chop.
Too. Like the miss percentage chance on the Spectre ruined him.
The Coddle ult just ruins the Spectre. The rest of the team, Cyber Legacy, they were playing on the right side, and you can see that the Spectre just all-ins for the engage, but not quite tanky enough. And really good item and spell usage by Weeha, turning that one around.
Back into real time we go as we see Nigma trying to push a tier 2. A Glyph will defend it. Siege Wagon falls, but Cyber Legacy not doing a whole lot, sitting inside their base, trying to wait it out. They have the Haunt here in 5 seconds time. They can wait for the Manta as well if they want to. Palantimos basically has that 600 Blink Strike cast range for Miracle. He really wants to get on top of some of those heroes in the back, understandably so. Does mean he sacrifices that big damage upgrade in the backstab multiplier.
Now Nigma, I mean, even though their heroes might be a little bit worse at this phase of the game, if you can just outplay them in the team fights, and Mind Control can just kind of YOLO in like that.
What does outplaying them in the team fights mean for this composition?
So they had complete vision of that area,
yeah,
and it was still Mind Control that just blindly went in and said, screw it, it's time to fight. He finds 2 heroes. They go on him, sure, but it opens up the rest of the team fight for Weeha. Like, if Weeha is able to just sit in the back, deal damage like that, and Miracle's not getting gone on, perfectly fine. Kuro drops the ball. They don't have BKBs to deal with the Keeper of the Light ulti. That disco ball, it lasts the entire duration every single time that I've seen it. Either Cyber Legacy need to do a better job of getting on top of the Keeper of the Light, or they need to do a better job of just killing it as soon as they get on top of it. Because right now, they're doing the worst option, which is just kind of fighting in it and waiting for the flickers.
Well, maybe Pikachu can do something about it. He's going to get a BKB.
I think the silence in the previous fight prompted this.
Yeah. If he gets silenced after he uses Guardian Greaves.
Oh, and Pikachu's bought it too. Yeah, they're pretty frustrated by the smoke cloud. It's been doing way too much. And you can see that Mind Control is committed for the Acronym Scepter. They've just all in on this silence.
Yep.
Necrobook minions are going to pop in, see what's going on. Mind Control's
going
to run in. He sees heroes.
He's going to drop it real quickly to check the high ground, but he's still going to be spotted by Mind Control first. Yule Scepter combination goes down to Will-O-Wisp over the top. Now the rest of the team is going to play outside of this. Oh, look at that. Miracle. He tried to go for the egg, but he actually gets caught by the Lich, and the egg will successfully explode, stunning up the Weeha. But he is still inside of the Will-O-Wisp. It's Palantimos. Fortunately, it's faded away now, and he can continue to try and chase down this OD. A blink forward. Tried to go for the call, but doesn't quite get it. Spectre goes and he commits. Weehaw, he's going to fall here unless the imprisonment. Can he get some sort of blink away? He's got nothing left. He's a sitting duck. He's just dead. And the rest of Nigma, they're going to have to win this fight without him. Miracle's going to try and come back into it, but it is just a ball of death and destruction by Cyber Legacy. Jump forward from Miracle. He tries to go for the back line once again. He tried it once on Big Num. Can he get it the second time? No, he's denied by that
Miracle have
shallow
this?
grave. Miracle, he's not going to be able to do it. The heal up from the Sunray has now put the Spectre out of
and
range.
The slam.
He gets slammed down by last hero. Kuro, the captain, will be the last to fall. 25-25. An even game? Unlikely. Cyber Legacy win a big team fight and continue to push this Spectre to the late game.
And they've got good creep positioning too. They can grab some towers out of this and force some more pressure onto the side of Nigma. I don't think anybody else is going to buy back to try to hold this tower, so this should be free and easy, and they might even go for a tier 3, as we're going to see the jump again. It starts on last hero, who I think is the worst target for them to go on.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the Dazzle just waiting in the wings. This fight got really split up. You saw that the egg got launched for free. Miracle was all the way on the north side of the fight. Weehaw needs that protection from the Riki.
So he is looking for Big Num at the start of every fight. But when he jumped on Big Num, Happy reacted instantly and got the Sinister Gaze on him. It pulled him off of the Phoenix long enough. He stopped the smoke screen from going down and allowed the Phoenix to get off the Supernova egg.
Nice. Some bounty runes picked up. They could get all 4 if they wanted. Roshan still isn't up. And without taking a fight first, I think it's going to be a little bit hard for them to just walk in and do it.
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine that Nigma will all in for that engagement.
Dude, Spider Legs on Dazzle. It's near
Permalegs.
It's near Permalegs.
Permalegs.
It's like a 1 and some change second downtime.
He's just going to spider out everywhere.
So he got his, all the cores got their 20 talents. Last hero runs into GH. The smoke breaks. So no team fight's going to be had for either team to open up the Roshan pit. Have to wait a bit for that. Blasting going down in the mid lane from the Keeper of the Light. Same with the Dazzle. What they want to do is push in that mid lane.
DD rune.
Force Nigma to do something here. A DD. They don't save it for the Spectre. They don't want to leave it out there for Nigma to grab. So
bottom lane's pushing in at the same time. Big Num's done a very good job. I think this is one thing that I really appreciate about this game is that they've done a really good job with lane maintenance.
Yeah.
Always pushing out waves, making sure that there's pressure, and they force somebody from Nigma to show at all times. Whereas Cyber Legacy, whether it's been through illusion runes or Big Num just being very aggressive on the bottom half of the map, and the Necro books, they've just put a lot of map pressure in this game.
That's where Miracle, he has to run down to bottom lane to deal with this and have his TP ready to go if they start the Roshan fight. He's going to use his Manta to try and push it out, but it's a big enough wave. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be able to stop it. And all the meanwhile, this is to the advantage of the Spectre, right? He can farm wherever he wants, whereas Nigma they feel compelled to be a little bit more grouped up around that Roshan pit. And this means Palantimos is able to farm very efficiently, which means he's about to finish up his Abyssal Blade. He gets that. He gets on top of Weehaw every single fight. Bare minimum, he ruins his BKB from Weehaw.
And there's an Aghanim Scepter picked up by Big Num. This is a really nice item for Phoenixes. Ideally, he also gets his level 30, or level 18. Level 30. Level 18, so he has the Super Egg, and he's not that far from it.
There's the Vanguard.
Oh, they're going to run into each other, both smoked. Last
Blink
hero
forward.
gets 3.
Oh, a nice two-man call. Last hero pops his BKB. They're going to sit with the Abyssal Blade on top of Weehaw. They're going to keep him chain stunned with the Supernova successfully going off. Nigma are on full retreat here, but can they double back in to be able to bail out Weehaw? I'm thinking not. He still has his BKB. Maybe he'll go for a TP out or something, but Palantimos, he has that Abyssal Blade. He has that Basher. He can stick on top of Weehaw. He gets a Bash that he needs to be able to finish him off. Now the roll forward. They're trying to go for the kill on a Pikachu. Nigma as well. GH, Miracle. They do manage to get that kill, but an instant buyback from him. There's still 5 up from
The
Cyber
chain
Legacy.
thrust. It bounces back to him.
It bounces back on it. GH, he's continually slowed while it's Miracle who's being constantly hampered. They do manage to kill Happy here. Palantimos is being burned out of his mana, but Miracle, he's the one being burned out of his life. He has the poison touch on him. Smoke screen, but he has nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide as he's spotted by the gem, and a one fight inside of the Roshan pit leads Cyber Legacy a chance at Aegis and Cheese.
And if they get this, I really don't know how they're going to kill the Spectre twice. He might actually just get the cheese and they give the
they're gonna get
Aegis to
desperate.
Dazzle.
They feel like they need to try and grab the Aegis and Cheese away.
Yeah, and Mind Control is trying to make some moves right now.
And as they get close, they almost get caught. Mind Control, he doesn't have... Oh, he has to go for the TP away.
He's good.
Oh, my God. He got it.
Barely didn't have mana. Pops the clarity. GH is doing all he can. He's chucking stones at him, trying to slow him down.
And Cyber Legacy, they really want to catch one of these heroes because they know that Nigma's going to do something drastic here. Let's just kill them instead.
It's only 12 seconds for this OD.
Yeah, they can't be delayed anymore. They have to be able to commit for this Roshan. Somebody needs to be able to
GH is gonna go for
GH
it.
is going to
He's
roll in, but Roshan, it's still at 600 HP. It's still enough. Last hero is going to be able to get
The
call.
blinding
light pushed back, but Roshan is not being dealt any damage. Dire do manage to finish up Roshan. Kuro tries to TP away, but he's cut down. Culling bladed away. The two supports, they tried to do something there. In the end, they're left with nothing to hold on to.
And it is the Dazzle that gets the Aegis because he used the buyback in the previous fight. And fight after fight now should go Cyber Legacy's way. Their lineup is scaling quite nicely. This one-ish position OD is just getting kind of crushed right now. Like, everybody just swarms on top of him, and he has no real way to back out.
Yeah. This is looking like a near unwinnable position for Nick.
I don't know if it's near unwinnable. I'd say it's probably like, now it might be like 90-10. If you call that unwinnable, that's still decent-ish.
Yeah, they got, according to Dota+, they've got an 8% chance.
That sounds roughly about right.
Yeah. Well, a repair kit, that'll slow down this push. They're going to need to get Imprison after Imprison and really build up those stacks for Weeha, but he doesn't feel comfortable getting close to them. Because if he gets Axe called, that could just be the game. They do manage to hold long enough for the supports to come back up. So Cyber Legacy, they back away. Took a tier 3, used one of the charges of repair kit. They should just be happy with that. After all, they've got some more items that they can get. 6% talent of dispersion for the Spectre. It's building towards a butterfly, something that OD has a very hard time dealing with, but Spectre is not there. Pikachu gets jumped, but at the same time, oh, instantly! Put the Haunt, Abyssal Blade onto Weeha. They do have the Will-O-Wisp trying to create some space for Weeha, but he just can't really get away. A Force Staff trying to help him out, but last hero sticks with him. Looks for the call, but it's rolled on by GH. He backs up to the rest of the team. Doesn't want to overextend himself, but Miracle still trying to save the back line. He does manage to kill Bignum. The smoke screen prevents him from being able to get off that egg. Pikachu now being chased down by Mind Control, managed to finish him up. There goes that Aegis. A
the
TP
Spectre's
back
getting low.
in. Weeha, he's coming in. He still has the Sandy's Eclipse. No BKB though. He's got to play careful. Needs to build up some charges here. Threatens Palantimos. Palantimos still has, no, he no longer has the cheese. He doesn't have the protection. No, but Miracle got caught. He got controlled up. He does have a buyback. And he may need to blow it here as Weeha, oh, nice turnaround imprisonment onto the Axe. He knew he was going to get caught otherwise. So he tries to save him. Mind Control.
The buyout.
Interception. He jumps in. Now a buyback coming in from Ricky. As he jumps forward, he spots Pikachu.
He's got no
he
force
doesn't have
staff.
buyback. He used his Aegis already. Double silence going out, and he's dead. He's dead for 2 minutes. And Big Dumb, he also bought back, and he also doesn't get off the egg. Oh no! This is the 8% that Dota Plus predicted. Cyber Legacy, they've lost 3, 2 of which don't have buyback.
And the gem
Palantimos is still alive though.
GH is still on the run. Does he get him?
Oh,
He's gonna hit
got
him.
He stopped the TP. He kicked him down. So Yule Scepter into Ether Remnant. They can just poke and prod at this Spectre. He will eventually die here. He's gonna try and fight back, hope for a kill himself, but he's unable to do so. He has buyback. But can Nigma, possibly, a team that didn't actually use their ultimate Insanity's Eclipse, could they force this?
Oh, that was so well done by them. The way that they just constantly kept shifting downwards while Miracle was just assailing the backline, and he lowered the numbers. It was a 4-on-5. They didn't have Lich for that. He's going to kick Miracle in with the DD. He's trying to go for a hunt. He knows it's only the Lich. That was such a cool move. He has no other way of getting up in there.
They know Happy's like, Happy's going to think to himself, I need to frost shield the tower.
Yeah, Happy is probably thinking to himself, how could he have gotten in there? Just a nice special delivery. Miracle's going to go for the jump.
Forward. There goes. 3-shot. Just
Unbelievable.
like that. He has no buyback. And now, with no frost shield, a throne push seems very possible. Nope, they're just going to go for the barracks. A buyback from the Spectre is used. Nigma.
That was such a cool move.
They're going to go for 2 here.
And now they take back the gold. Look at the gold swing.
Massive. A massive swing. A melee barracks is all they got out of this, but buybacks were forced. They are now in a very winning position here. They just need to win one more team fight.
Dude, 10K gold just like that.
The gem got just taken back by the courier. And they knew it too. They saw it, but they couldn't find the courier in time. The gem is returned.
That's pretty significant. But Big Num still has no defensive items, no force staff.
Yeah.
He's not able to get his egg off in any of these engagements, and that's been pretty crucial. Miracle has done a really good job of getting on top of this Phoenix and blowing him up before he can get it off.
And it's going to be even harder if the Abyssal Blade is up for the Riki. He also has the minus cooldown on Tricks the Trade every 5 seconds, so Miracle is going to be playing in and out. Manta, BKB, Tricks the Trade every 5 seconds, 2 charges of Blink Strike. It is going to be hard to keep track of this guy. But if you can do it once, all you need is do it once. He does not have buyback too.
Cyber Legacy, they're still in a position where they can win. It's just so unfortunate for them. That top fight, that was the stuff of dreams.
That win probability shot up so much that it's now slightly in the favor of Team Nigma. An incredible turnaround, but it's not over yet. As we take a bit of a breather, any talents or items that we haven't talked about? Flicker for the OD.
Okay, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
That might actually be one of the first flickers where I'm like, that's actually really useful.
Yeah. He also has the level 25 talent, the 2% arcane orb damage.
Oh, this game's it's making me sweaty.
Minotaur Horn for the Earth Spirit with Yule's Pipe. Mind Control has his aforementioned Aghanim Scepter, and he could buy out an Octarine.
This looks just so poor.
But he does have buyback, so he's not going to. We're going to see that cute little play.
I love this play. The little kick. The friendly little push into the base. And Miracle was so patient. Poor Happy. There's no way he expected that. And honestly, it's very reasonable of him to not have expected that.
Yeah. Teams have gotten so good about punishing that stuff. It used to be that, you could play as a support player defending your base and, cast some spells every once in a while. Nowadays, it just seems better to sit in the fountain just to make sure you don't die without buyback. Even a defeat is practice for your next victory. Where's that victory going to be? We're going to see another one of those replays as we hop around a little bit. This is that top team fight.
It starts with Miracle finding that egg.
Yeah, Miracle finding that egg and then failing to kill Weehaw.
Yeah.
So Weehaw's able to get back to the base. TP's in.
I love how they just keep engaging, disengaging, engaging, disengaging. They're making it really difficult for Cyber Legacy, who just wants a straight-up 5-on-5 fight.
Yeah.
They don't love this. And once they killed the Riki, the buyback from Miracle, we're going to see in a second.
He could have bought back any time
hard
here, but he waits for them to really overcommit. Yeah.
Then the jump in, the Dazzle has no force staff because he forced forward to try to catch the OD.
The double silence went out there from Mind Control that actually clipped Bignum, which is part of the reason he was unable to get off anything.
I can't wait for chat to see that play, though.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I love the little things, man.
Ghost Scepter are really close. So we have that Scythe for Dazzle, and he's been outputting a lot of minus armor here because he's got the level 25 plus 0.5 armor reduction off of Bad Juju. So every single time he casts a spell, minus 3 armor for everybody around. And that is what is allowing Spectre to be able to blow up some people. But he feels like he needs something to dissuade the OD from hitting him. And he's actually going to go for a Blade Mail. A Blade Mail that goes off at the right time in this game could be game-winning. Could turn all that Sanity's Eclipse damage back around on the OD or protect him from being hit by the orbs for a while. Anything else? No, I think we covered everything. Except for the fact that Kuro doesn't have an item, a neutral item. What he does have, though, or somebody has it. Is that Kuro? Yeah, that's Kuro. He's got a full-out Solar Crest. That will certainly help that OD a lot. That is a big boost in attack speed and armor.
Kuro is really rich. That's been one of the hidden factors. And his Disco Ball is doing way too much in these engagements. You can now see Cyber Legacy prioritizing hitting it, but he's getting a lot more value out of his spells than Phoenix is.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps when you just cast them. Well, he's got the AoE too for the Will-O-Wisp. That's so hard to deal with. All right, Miracle's back. He reconnected. Is he good?
I think they're just testing things, seeing if everything's okay. Oh, I meant to watch the chat during that play. I think it already happened.
All right, the game resumes. This is Game 3. Team Nigma versus Cyber Legacy. A huge underdog, but they won Game 2 against Nigma with a fast-paced lineup, and this time both teams agreed to go late game. OD on one side, Spectre on the other. Nigma, they were losing the last couple of team fights until they had one gigantic hold in the top lane. They caught so many heroes with that buyback that Cyber Legacy were in turn forced to use every single one of their buybacks that they had available. As a result, the game is now dead even, where there was once a big advantage for Cyber Legacy. And there probably will still be a big advantage if nothing happens for 6 minutes. So it feels like perhaps the onus is still on Nigma to make sure that game-ending teamfight does happen.
I don't know, man. That's a 3.5k HP Miracle.
That's true. 3k HP on Weehaw. These are not the same kind of squishy heroes that the Spectre was once feasting on.
They're holding the high ground. I like this. They want to play around their ward vision. They've got 2 wards dropped here. They know that Nigma has no vision themselves. And they're going to go for a smoke. They ping. He's going to get the D ward off. They're waiting,
Mind control. He's going to put himself on the front lines. He has buyback. He wants them to go on him first.
Because he knows Weehaw is waiting.
Weehaw, who also has buyback. He's waiting on the side. The call goes out
on
an illusion. Oh, no. Last hero, his initiation has been ruined. Now Mind Control's going to jump forward, see if he can find somebody in the back line. He found the Spectre. Last hero pops. BKB, GH managed to roll onto Big Num. Big Num's going to be targeted here by Miracle with the Will-O-Wisp as well as the
He can't get the egg off.
He can't get out. He's shallow grades up. The Yule Scepter going down as well. Now the Chain Frost bouncing around, managed to get that off, but that damn egg is never going to go off. They controlled up so many heroes.
But this Chain Frost.
If they can get the Culling Blade, the Chain Frost doing so much damage. Palantimos, he was saved by the Shallow Grave, but they couldn't get any of the kills. Miracle's on 1 HP. Last hero, he's going to be beaten by a pulp by Weehaw. He goes down.
Oh
Pikachu's
my God,
dead.
they've
No
done it.
buybacks on Cyber Legacy and Nigma. They didn't even need those 3 buybacks they had. They execute the team fight perfectly enough.
Oh, if they had 1 Force Staff for this Phoenix, they just needed to save it when he gets smoke clouded, or he needed to buy one for himself. He now has it queued up. Who cares about your Aghanims if you can never get your egg off? What's the point? Oh, this is so rough.
A brutal error
They're
by
gonna throne.
Big Num. And they're just going to go straight for the throne.
They actually did it.
Team Nigma. They looking for that last kill. Yeah. Oh, Happy comes out. Desperate to try and stall them out for a little bit longer. Please, dive me in the fountain. Do something. But it won't happen. Team Nigma will focus on the objectives here.
Take my life instead.
And what could have been a massive upset.
It was very, very close.
It was so
Cannot
close.
understate how close it was.
They had a 92% chance to win this game, according to Dota Plus. Big Num's going to come back in. Happy's gone, though. Imprisoned up. They can just ignore him.
Look at Weehaw with the voice challenge. You let yourself get carried away.
You let yourself get carried away.
You thought.
Oh, what a perfect voice line for this game. Cyber Legacy.
I mean, they really thought they were going to win this game, and I would have, you know, that was really, really close.